Hi everyone, and welcome back to our ongoing series sponsored by Honey Paw Langstroth Hives, who are very kindly sponsoring an entire series of videos for us for this season. Today we're actually not going to be looking at any of the hive materials. It's really just a quick video to show you the setting up process within the apiary itself. We're very lucky in that we've been invited to set up an apiary at a local woodland park area, and the guys here at this park have been really helpful and very generous in helping us set up. And what we're doing, and the reason I'm holding on to this pink roll of paper, is that we're putting in the groundwork to provide a really strong, firm base, weed-free, trip hazard-free area for the beehive stands to go on, and then the beehives to go onto those stands. The roll of paper, again, we've been able to obtain locally, free of charge. We put that on the ground, roll it out, and then put wood chip on top of it. The paper helps suppress the weeds and gives a nice base for the wood chip to then go on top of. And again, the very lovely people here at the woodland park are providing us with the wood chip to go on top of the paper and to basically mulch the area so that it's nice and clean. They will also be having visitors coming to this park, so we want it to look presentable for anybody that should come along for maybe one of our experience days. So let's just go across and have a look at what we've done. It's very straightforward, and it's an ideal way if you've got a corner of land, if you're in a field, if you're at the bottom of your garden and you want to just turn over one particular area to an apiary. It's a really easy way to set up an apiary so that you haven't got weeds and grasses growing through that you've then got to cut and trim. So let's have a look at what we've got, and I'll just talk you through the process. So what we've got here is basically two very long sheets of paper, and this paper goes down on the ground. Again, I mean, we're using a very large area, but you could reduce this down so that you're maybe just looking at an area of a couple of meters square, maybe 3 meters square. So at the moment, I think we're looking at about almost 3 meters wide by a run of about 11 meters here. So we've got the paper down, and our first batch of wood chip has been put down on top. We're going to put about 4 inches or so of wood chip down all the way across. That will hold the paper down, give us a nice firm bed for the hives to go on. The next step will be to bring over some concrete blocks and posts, and that's how we're going to set this apiary up, with permanent block and post hive stands. And then we'll be bringing over the Honey Paw Langstroth hives to set those up on the stands and to begin our year-long series. So once we've got this wood chip down, spread out across all of the paper, we can then set up the stands. They won't be in a straight line because there is sometimes the risk that bees will drift from one colony to another. So we'll have them at different angles, but you can see we've got a really nice run, and in this area we'll probably get somewhere in the region of maybe 6 to 8 beehives. So there'll be an extension added at some point as we increase, and we're hoping to have around 12 colonies set up in this apiary for this coming season. So that's it for today. It's a really straightforward process, and I think if you're looking to set up an apiary at home, then using something similar, you could use cardboard. Old cardboard boxes would be fantastic. Lay them on the ground, cover them with some wood chip, and once we're set up, this is going to be a really secure location in terms of walking around the hives, no trip hazards, that kind of thing. My thanks to the guys here at this woodland park area. At the moment we're in an unsecured field, so I can't give the location, but as we go through the series we will be putting in some secure gates. So once we've done that, we'll reveal exactly where we are. My thanks to Honey Paw Hives, who are sponsoring this season-long series of videos. And even if you're not looking to switch to Honey Paw Hives or use polystyrene hives, as we go through the season, there'll be lots of tips and techniques and different methods within the beekeeping processes that we use that I'm hoping that you'll join us and have a look at and see that maybe there's a particular technique, such as a shook swarm, or moving a nuke into a full-size hive, or maybe some of the queen rearing techniques or some of the inspection techniques that we're using, that you'll be able to look at and think, well, that's something that you could use in your beekeeping, and it might help improve both your beekeeping skills and also your enjoyment of your beekeeping. And who knows, together we might actually get an increased honey crop. We need to head off now and just help get some more of this wood chip, because I think we're going to need several loads. So we'll catch up next time. Thanks for watching.